and welcome to my channel, Budgeting with Allie. If you're new, welcome. If you've watched some of my other videos, welcome back. Please do consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell notification icon just so that you'll be notified anytime I do post videos in the future. So it is getting pretty close to June. In fact, I think that's Friday or Saturday. I think it's Saturday. Anyway, that's not important. So it's time to do a budget with me. This is just a time for me to create my budget for the month of June and share that with you guys so that I can, of course, somebody honked, I can keep you guys up to date on what's going on with my finances. So if you didn't know from my previous videos, the cost of living increased by some, and so we did have $20 extra put on each paycheck. I confirmed this in May when I did get the extra $20 and something cents. So this is going to be my income moving forward. I receive this income every 2 weeks, so the $1,256.89 multiplied by 2 ends up being $2,513.76. So that is the budget that I have to work with. So let's break that down. For electronic payments, it tends to be my bills, and in this case, my savings that automatically come off of my paycheck before it's even deposited in my bank account. So we'll do that first, and then we'll dive into my cash envelopes. So for rent, it is always going to be $520. I am a month ahead, so I have no problem setting aside the $260 from each paycheck, which will equal the $520. Let me just zoom you guys in a bit. Oh, sorry. So that's that. For my phone, I am going to keep it at the $51.50, I think it is. I know based on the bill that I received that is not likely going to be my bill moving forward. However, I just want this month to confirm that is actually going to be my balance moving forward every month. So in order to break that into 2 paychecks, I've put it as $25.75 from each paycheck. Electricity should come out. The bill should come out this month, I do believe. I'm budgeting for the maximum I've ever spent, which is the $300 that tends to build up in the winter because it is cold, so I've got to keep my heat on and it's got to kick in a lot more. So that's $150 from each paycheck. For Netflix, it is technically $13.99. That is hard to do mathematically, so I just set aside $14 each month, and that's $7 per paycheck. For my bank, the highest charge I've ever received, because I do of course have to pay for my bank account, is $22.50. So I do set that aside, and then it's never ever been as high as that $22.50, which was the first month, and they didn't really tell me that I was being moved or that I was being charged. So it's never ever been this high, but it's nice to have that budgeted just on the off chance that I do have a really heavy month on debit transactions, which I shouldn't because I tend to use my credit card in most situations. If I have to use, I would normally use my debit card. But anyway, it's good to have that set aside, and then if I don't use it, it just goes into my debt snowball. So for my provincial student loan, the minimum payment is $107.76, I think. So I've broken that into $53.86 per paycheck. That comes out at the end of the month. So breaking it into the 2 paychecks is no problem. For my federal, it is $500 and $11, I think. I don't have the exact, but I know it's above 500. So I do break that into $256.77 per paycheck, and again, that comes out on the last day of the month. So breaking it into the 2 paychecks is no problem. For my savings, every paycheck, $50 is taken from my check and put into my credit union account, and that's before the check is even deposited in my bank account. It's treated as kind of like a deduction, but I don't get taxed on it. My insurance is always going to be due on the 15th or the nearest business day to the 15th, and it is $17.16 each month. I do only take it from paycheck 1 because, as I said, I always get paid before the 15th, so I can do that no problem. And so I've already figured out the math, and I will confirm this math on camera. However, so what I did off camera on my rough draft of my budget is basically added up all of these numbers, got a total for each of the paychecks, did my cash envelopes and what I needed from each paycheck, and then I added the total from up here to the totals for my cash envelope, and then whatever remained of the $1,256.89 would be subtracted from the would go towards my debt snowball, because I do try and run a $0 paycheck. I don't think that's the right term. But basically what that means is I want to spend every last dollar of my paycheck, and that doesn't necessarily mean spend it as in like go crazy shopping, but I want to budget out where everything is going to make sure that every dollar has a purpose. So yeah, that's how I came to a total debt. Oops, sorry guys, I brought that back crooked. A total debt snowball of $65.10. So I'm gonna do this math on camera. I do have the total, so I am just gonna confirm that for you guys. So 260 plus 25.75 plus 150 plus 7 plus 11, 25 plus 53.86 plus the 56.77 plus the, oh wait, that's supposed to be 256, sorry. Plus 50 plus 17.16 plus 65.10. So that totals up to $896.89, which is the total I got on my rough budget. Budget. So yay! I like when that all balances out. So if I take this away from the 1,256.89, I'm gonna have a total of $360 left for my cash envelope, which is exactly what I have budgeted. So let's dive into that. So for my giving, I always tithe, so that is $120 each paycheck. For restaurants, I am sticking with the $60 per month that I have had in the past, although this will lower in July just because I don't have hockey going on, so I'm probably not going to eat out as much. So splitting the $60 into 2 paychecks means $30 per paycheck. For fun money, I do give myself $40 every month, which is $20 per paycheck, and I am going to try and save this because at the end of June I am taking a trip to Massachusetts, and so I do want to add this money to my vacation fund, but I also don't want to count it in case something comes up that I need or want, and I can use my fund money for that. So for groceries, I normally do $125, which would be $65 from the first paycheck and $60 from the second paycheck. However, since I am going to be gone the Monday after I receive the second paycheck, and I'll be back 2 days before I receive my first paycheck of July, I am taking it down to $95, which I'm splitting into $65 and $30. I will add that extra $30 to my regular addition to my trip money, because again, this is the last paycheck before I do go on the trip, so I'll just take that extra money and put it towards the trip. So for my bus pass, it is $78, but I budget that out to $80, which is $40 per paycheck. For my trip, because of that increase in the cost of living, I am going to do $60, which is $10 more than I normally do for this paycheck. And for this paycheck, it is going to be $90 because it would be the $60 that I'd be contributing like paycheck one, and I'm adding the $30 from groceries. So that's how I got the $90. And for gifts, it's going to be $25 each paycheck. Sorry, my landlords were just going across and I could hear them, so I got a little distracted. That's the story of my life, right, guys? So anyway, I just realized I didn't do my total for paycheck number 2 up here. So we'll do that really quickly. So $260 plus $25.75 plus $150 plus 7 plus $11.25 plus $53.86 plus $256.77 plus 50. If you can hear that, that's just my landlord's kids. Don't ignore it. And then I did do the math again. So insurance I'm not going to include because that's a zero balance. So it is my total debt snowball for paycheck number 2 is $87.26, which is going to equal $901.89. If I take away the $1,256.89, it is going to equal the $355, which I do have budgeted, and should equal up to this, but right now I'll do the cash envelope totals. So for my first paycheck, it is $120 plus $30 plus $20 plus $65 plus $40 plus $60 plus $25, which equals the $360, which if I add it to the $896.89 from my electronic payments, it does equal my paycheck of $1,256.89. So that math is good. Let's double check paycheck number 2. So that's 120 plus 30 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 90 plus 25, which equals $355. If I add that to the $901.89 from my electronic payments, it is going to equal the $1,256.89, which means all of my money has been spent. So yay. So that is my budget for, let me just zoom you guys out. Oh, sorry guys, having some technical difficulties. So that is my zero balance budget for the month of June, and I will be doing a mock budget for my vacation. It's not going to be super detailed because there's only really souvenirs and food that I have to cover, but at least you'll know how much that's going to be, or I'm anticipating it being. So that's it. What are your guys' financial goals for this month, if you have any, or what would you most like to see from me moving forward? Would you like me to continue with these monthly budget with me's? Are they too long? Can you basically, do you have any suggestions concerning my videos on my channel? If you do, please do leave a comment below, and you can comment about other stuff. I'm always excited to see anyone's comments. So yeah, so if you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. Please do like and comment on this video as well as watching some of my other videos. And yeah, I hope you have a great week. Bye guys.